Hi, this is Jonathan Fields, host of The Good Life Project, where each week I talk to listeners about investing in their future by increasing their own vitality. But when it comes to those financial goals, whether it be saving for a home renovation, growing your child's college fund, or travel, life can make it difficult to stay the course. By working with a dedicated Merrill advisor, you get a personalized plan and a clear path forward. Having the bull at your back helps your whole financial life move with you. So when your plans change, Merrill's with you every step of the way. Go to ml.com/bullish to learn more. Merrill, a Bank of America company. What would you like the power to do? Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC.
Explaining football to the friend who's just there for the nachos? Hard. Tailgating from home like a pro with snacks and drinks everyone will love? An easy win. And with Instacart helping deliver the snack time MVPs to your door, you're ready for the game in as fast as 30 minutes. So you never miss a play or lose your seat on the couch or have to go head-to-head for the last chicken wing. Shop Game Day Faves on Instacart and enjoy $0 delivery fees on your first 3 grocery orders. Offer valid for a limited time. Other fees and terms apply.
Thumbtack presents the ins and outs of caring for your home. Out. Indecision. Overthinking. Second-guessing every choice you make. In. Plans and guides that make it easy to get home projects done. Out. Beige on beige on beige. In. Knowing what to do, when to do it, and who to hire. Start caring for your home with confidence. Download Thumbtack today.
Surviving Sister Wives contains adult content that may not be suitable for Latter-day Saints or sinners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Sister Wives.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is a very special emergency episode because we have a season 19 trailer.
Start the fanfare. Bagpipes galore.
And we have a confirmed start date, and it is September 15th at 10 p.m. Eastern on TLC, Max, Discovery Plus, wherever you're watching Sister Wives.
Carly, go ahead and pat yourself on the back for some more investigative journalism that led to that.
I have to tell you,
how does it feel?
I've already bragged about it. Corey has had to hear it for the past 25 minutes or so. But we held off on recording our regular episode this week because I just felt in my bones that they were going to be dropping the trailer.
There was a premonition. There was a sort of, you could taste it in the air. There was something about it.
Delicious.
Deliciousness.
And as you can tell, we're on a little bit of a high. We're a little manic right now because this trailer is amazing.
This season on Sister Wives.
I love that you cannot do it without throwing the peace sign.
I have to. That's what gets me into that mode, into that zone.
Except lately, they're not having Cody say that anymore. We're getting the wives saying it. We had Janelle.
Janelle, who never said any of that stuff before. So now she's chiming in on this season on Sister Wives.
So we're going to break down the trailer. The plan is this is going to be this week's episode. We're going to talk about what the trailer has in store for us, what we think season 19 is going to be like. And then we will pick back up finishing out our rewatch of season 13 next week.
Something about season 13 on this rewatch. There have been delays galore, but we're almost there. We are so close to the finish line. Next week, we'll get there.
First and foremost, really the most important thing that we need to talk about is Garrison. We do not see anything in the trailer addressing Garrison's passing, but it is mentioned in the press release that goes along with the trailer and the announcement of the new season.
This at least looks like they are going to be addressing it at some point this season. Probably not in the first half of the season based on the footage that was released with the trailer. But they usually do a mid-season trailer where they show the rest of the episodes as a teaser halfway through the season. So most likely it'll be part of the back half of season 19.
And I think part of that just has to do with, again, how far behind this show is. And maybe one of the more exciting things about this season is it seems like we're going to move very quickly through that stuff that's not going to be as interesting, right? We already saw Christine and David get married. We don't need to spend episode upon episode getting to meet David. And we're going to get closer to present day by the end of the season.
If that is the route that they're taking, then that does seem promising. That's the only way that they're going to be able to get up to speed that quickly. But also thinking about, there probably wasn't that much that happened that was incredibly vital to moving along a storyline in that year and a half, most likely.
Hopefully we skip watching the twins get born.
They do pop out at some point because Cody was holding a little redheaded baby in the trailer.
Do we want to get into it? Should we start breaking things down?
Yeah, do you want to start with Christine? Her parts were kind of boring because it's just same old, same old.
Well, they spoiled everything for us. We know David.
We know David. We watched them get married. It's one thumb up at least on David. And then the only good
jury's
thing...
out a little bit still.
well, yeah, because then the only good thing is that we're getting to see David be introduced to the rest of the family.
Yes, and that should be interesting. It looks like he's going to meet pretty much everyone at the same time, probably aside from Janelle. I think that he was in that shot where Janelle was doing shots with Christine.
Oh, really? Maybe?
I think he was a little out of frame.
Oh, okay.
That was another fun part. Shots.
Yeah, Christine is out at a bar drinking with Janelle. Maybe David's there too.
Or they're single ladies enjoying their shots at the bar.
Single ladies who don't need no man to buy them a shot. They can acquire their own shots.
But yes, we're going to have David meet everybody. I'm pretty sure that happened at Gwen's engagement party.
It'll be earth-shattering for Cody and Robin. I'm sure they're going to stress about it the whole time leading up to it.
Do you think we're going to get more of Robin's opinions about whether or not they're actually divorced? It's got to be brought up if they're going to go meet her new boyfriend.
And at that point, they will have not sealed the deal. So technically, well,
how do you know they didn't seal the deal?
She does have a bedroom door installed now.
She was very excited. It was their second date, she said she was getting ready to go on. So did not take her very long to start talking about him in front of the cameras.
And the cameras were not able to be there for the third date for a couple of reasons. We'd have to change the rating.
When the energy is high and the music is right, pushing past your limits becomes that much easier. Take a reggaeton run or strength class on the Peloton tread, and you'll quickly see why these are the workouts you've been searching for. Every day brings new challenges from expert coaches who train and speak the same language as you do. Level up your workouts with Peloton Tread. Find your push, find your power. Peloton. Visit onepeloton.com.
Shorter days and chillier nights can make it tough to keep up your fall workout routine. Thankfully, there's Alo Moves, the app that brings health and wellness to the comfort of your home. Alo Moves offers yoga, Pilates, strength workouts, and other fitness classes, plus wellness offerings like meditations, sound baths, and more. Whether you have 5 minutes or an hour, Alo Moves has a class or flow that saves you from a frigid trip to the gym. Get a 30-day free trial and 20% off an annual membership with code ACAST at alomoves.com.
Hi, this is Farnoosh Tarabi, host of the Webby-winning podcast, So Money. If you're aiming for a goal, be it saving for a house, growing your family, or retiring, life makes it difficult to stay the course. But with a dedicated Merrill advisor, you get a personalized plan and a clear path forward. Having the bull at your back helps your whole financial life move with you. So when your plans change, Merrill's with you every step of the way. Go to ml.com/bullish to learn more. Merrill, a Bank of America company. What would you like the power to do? Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC.
Cue the fireplace and your favorite fall movie. There's nothing better than a cozy evening at home with a glass of First Leaf wine. First Leaf is a personalized wine club that delivers right to your door. Sounds magical, right? They get to know your favorite tasting notes, which varietals you enjoy, and whether you prefer sweet or dry wines. So in every shipment, you get bottles tailored to your unique palate. Go to tryfirstleaf.com/fall to get your first 6 wines for just $44.95 with free shipping.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. and all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between, because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or dsw.com.
All right, that's Christine. There really wasn't too much of her in the trailer, to be honest. Mary is bringing it this season. I am so excited that we are going to have more conversations than just that pathetic breakup at the picnic table on Coyote Pass.
Because normally that's where they would leave it. Was just that's the conclusion of this. We're never going to address this topic ever again because we've reached the finality of that storyline.
And it's been made so clear to us that they have not been honest for a very long time, that they have hidden things from the camera, that they have had conversations that weren't filmed, that were very different from what they were talking about when they were filming. And the breakup had a lot of subtext to it and things that were added afterwards when they filmed their confessionals. We're going to get to see them spar face to face, talking about their differences of opinion on what actually happened with this marriage.
I think it is perfectly timed based on where our rewatch ended, where we've had our marathons in season 13, where we have slowly become more Mary apologists because the family was terrible to Mary in season 13. So that only provided more context on the move to Flagstaff and how the familial relationships all splintered apart at that point.
Which kind of plays into what we're seeing in the trailer. It's rather sad. This is going to be an ongoing revolving door of friends who come in and out to film with Mary because no one in the family wants to film with her because no one wants to have a relationship with her anymore.
Well, it looks like every day is going to be Friday with Friends, but Jen's not going to be around for all of them. I don't know who these people are.
There were random people we've never seen before.
This is going to be like Real Housewives season for Mary.
Real Housewives of Parowan, Utah?
I guess so. Yeah, she's not in Flagstaff anymore. It's
got to be all people who are running MLMs who she's friends with who are going to subtly promote things to us, do you think?
It's the downline. The downline's showing up.
They're trying to get social media followers.
They must be.
Oh my God. So she's talking to a lot of people. She's wearing one sweatshirt throughout the entire season.
The shitty hoodie. She's got it. It's on lock.
It had a message on it, didn't it? I feel like we have to go back and look up what that was. Is she trying to communicate something to us, or does she just really like the sweatshirt?
It's more Mary's Graham interpretations that are going to take place here. What is the secret message that she's trying to get to us?
It says explore the wilderness on it. There's a mountain. Is that the message?
Just look at that mountain.
So she's stuck in the middle. She doesn't fit in with the ex-wives club, which is a shame, because don't you need 3 members for that to be official?
Well, Janelle and Christine were pretty much exclusive members there for a minute.
You don't remember the movie, do you?
No.
Okay, never mind. Joke. That's a time a joke was lost on you. I'm putting that down.
Okay.
You seem to always point out when I don't get one.
Well, I'm just talking sister wives here. I'm kind of zoned in.
Cody and Robin don't want anything to do with her either, so she's not going to pick sides, but that also means there's no one really to talk to her anymore.
Well, between that and then by not picking sides, technically by Cody's definition, you are picking a side. You are against him. If you are not for him, you are against him. Cody is a Sith, and he only deals in absolutes.
Okay, the scene where Cody and Mary are facing off with one another, he is talking about how divorce isn't the problem. It's not the mistake. It's not the hard thing. It's marrying the wrong person in the first place.
So it seems like some of Mary's rebuttals are going to be directly to the producer, but we do actually get to see real-time reactions to a few of these. So the one she kind of keeps to herself. She doesn't start with it. She just tells the producer later, well, I think it's worse to not tell someone for 32 years that they're not the right person for you.
I think I'm in the camp with her on that. What about you?
I would agree. Yeah. If your thinking is that, oh, this is terrible, and it has been from the start, I think you need to be open and honest to have that conversation with that person.
Also, how do you sit on that information for 30 years? At no point do you ever express that to the other person?
Cody probably feels like he did when he was talking about how he needed to dilute the marriage so quickly by adding Janelle.
Was that supposed to be the thing that tipped her off? I kept adding other wives because I wanted to spend less time with you.
And that did not fix things because then they immediately needed to add Christine to then play referee for Mary and Janelle.
Was that everything we saw with Mary and Cody? Oh, she did make a comment about needing to find a man. It seemed a little bit like a joke, but I hope we're going on a dating journey with her.
Dating would be great. Do you think Famous Amos is going to get in there? Did we film any footage with him? We didn't see him in the trailer.
Is he going to get in there?
Oh, well, I don't know.
I hope that he did film a little bit because it's fun that all of this information came out about him that apparently she was aware of. They warned him that this stuff was going to become publicly known, and it didn't deter him from being in a relationship with her. And then it happened and he freaked out.
He was still down to clown, and then no more Brown. Thank you. But we're here for Clapback Mary. It's about damn time.
Janelle. What do we have going on with Janelle this season? We know she's doing shots. She's having the time of her life. She's a single lady out on the town. Except Cody hasn't really gotten that message yet.
She doesn't seem to be able to break up with Cody, not because she's having any more hesitations. It's that Cody's not getting that memo. He's not picking up what she's putting down. It's like how Mary was to Cody. That's how Cody is to Janelle this season.
We're reliving it. Janelle is making it very, very clear this relationship is over. We're not compatible. It's not going to happen. We're never getting back together. And he's not listening. Were there like 2-3 conversations that we saw in the trailer where he is asking her if maybe it's a possibility?
What about us? Yeah, it's not going to happen. We've had so many conversations. I feel like this is something that Cody can't let go of, though, because from his tension with Robin that we see in the trailer, he cannot fail at polygamy because that would shatter Robin's dream even further.
Do you think it's that? Or is it that he's not super happy with just Robin?
Oh, that could be a fun twist.
That Robin isn't fulfilling all of his needs.
Well, we know that he kept Janelle around for her stimulating conversation, that she was always an intellectual equal for him. So do you feel like that well is dried up at the She-Ra Chateau?
Well, we know Janelle was very concerned about having soundproof walls if they were going to live in one home together. I think there are a few reasons that he may be trying to keep her here.
I think it's been a long, long time since that's happened because there wasn't soundproof walls at the RV on Coyote Pass.
Speaking of, they have not worked out the land situation on Coyote Pass, and Janelle is getting ready to lawyer up.
She was talking with Christine about Coyote Pass and how they still need to pay off the land. She's basically at the point where she's considering having Cody just buy her out from the property entirely, but then they're not making any movement on paying it off to make those changes, so she might be forced to take legal action.
There was also a scene where she's talking to Mary and she's catching Mary up on what's going on with her and Cody. I have a feeling that they're going to be talking about the land because Mary is the only other person beside Cody and Robin who has their name on property there. So if she's going to maybe team up with somebody...
This is quite an unexpected alliance this season.
Girls, you got to go get your money or get your land.
I wouldn't want the land. It's too close to whatever else they're going to be doing. Plus, they're riding those mini bikes around now. They're just going to be tearing through the property.
Pollute in the air.
Terrible.
Janelle wants that property, though.
She really wants the grow op. We know she eventually settles in North Carolina for the grow op.
Okay, I want to point out, we don't know that she has settled in North Carolina.
Well, not settled. I mean, she has a business where there is land where she is growing flowers.
Yes.
That we know.
We're very happy that she has found a way to engage in horticulture in the way that is going to fulfill her.
And legally, without any sort of, implications that would come along with that. Cash crop.
But she's got all this other land that she could be planting on. That's money just waiting.
That's revenue, baby. She's missing out.
She potentially is. Cody won't talk to her about it. That's also unfair. That's just him trying to keep her trapped here.
because Cody was always the biggest advocate for any wife who wants to leave. You'll get your collection of money and sayonara.
Just say the word. We'll cash you out.
Anytime. But now all of our assets are tied up in Coyote Pass. We can't sell this land. I cannot cash you out because I have no money.
Well, maybe having no money is part of what's going on with Cody and Robin's relationship because they are not in a good place.
Robin just looks so sad and dazed and confused.
Doesn't she always look sad, though? She always has a puss on her face.
She's got the frown.
Scowling.
It's just permanently ingrained there now. But I think the sadness and the confusion, if most of her information is coming from Cody, I can understand why she would be confused all the time.
So don't you think she's just tired of hearing him talk about how shitty everyone else is? He's like a broken record. We have to hear him say the same things over and over again just when he films this show. And that's only a few minutes of his life during the week. What do you think it's like to live with him where all he does is focus on his relationships that have devolved?
So I can understand her being burned out in those ways. What I will not forgive her on is why she is surprised that things have played out the way that they have. There should be no shock and surprise
They
at all.
both are. Cody says he doesn't understand what he did wrong.
What did I do to deserve this? What did I do wrong?
Well, let's start with going back. Let's rewind to the beginning of the trailer where you tell Mary you stayed in a relationship with her for 32 years without telling her you were unhappy since day one and had no intention of continuing a relationship with her long term.
It's probably not a good start.
I'm going to say that was probably one of the things we can add to the list.
Is that a knife in the kidneys or what is that? A kick in the crotch, maybe.
He's wearing the amulet necklace. Did you notice that? The Heart of the Ocean.
Was it the Heart of the Ocean?
He was wearing it in a couple of scenes.
Oh, you know what it was? It was the promo photo that they used on the website. It was a different necklace because then I noticed that everybody had necklaces on pretty much.
We have to talk about that promo photo.
Oh, boy. They did Janelle dirty.
What did they do to her?
You know what else they did? They airbrushed out all of Christine's forehead wrinkles, but then they left the one that goes across
the bridge of her nose.
Also,
the makeup on all of the women. I will say Mary looks the best of everybody.
Mary looks the best.
She looks the best. The cleanest makeup. She looks very good.
She's fresh out. She's single. She is ready to mingle.
They did everyone else dirty.
Terrible.
Especially Janelle. Janelle's photo looks AI generated.
I don't have any comparisons that are appropriate to say out loud.
Of what her image looks like?
Yeah, because it's going to be taken in the wrong way.
All right, let's not go there.
Let's not get into it.
But what were they doing? It's not good. It's not good.
You know what else threw me off? They usually have like a color background that's a theme for the season. I think we've done red, we've done purple. We had kind of that stormy atmosphere for last year. This year, it's just all flesh tone.
There was a lot of beiges. Wasn't it a little gold? Am I making that up?
Kind of, but like very fleshy. I didn't. So there was kind of just, what's the subtext here?
They're trying to tell us something, right?
I want to get a little more skin in the game here.
But back to Cody and Robin. They're riding a horse at one point.
They are doubled up on a single horse. Pray for that horse. But how do you what is happening? What's going on? They weren't at Coyote Pass on a horse. Dear God, there was too much grass.
Are they allowed to have just like...
That was the whole reason.
You can't just bring a horse out to Coyote Pass?
That was why they wanted to buy Coyote Pass, was because of the...
But they did want to have livestock. That was mentioned at one point.
The CC&Rs? Wasn't that it?
Anyway, I don't think the horse was on Coyote Pass. Will they get the pony in the water? Because if it is, are we going to bring it in the pond?
Is that why they did it? They're getting this pony in the water? Is that what's happening?
I can only hope. Clearly, Robin's too afraid to ride a horse by herself, so Cody had to be on it with her.
I feel like that's more scary. Because if you're going to get thrown off a horse and there's another person getting thrown off the horse with you, that's just more problems.
Okay, I thought where you were going with that is that don't horses very much pick up on the energy of the person who is riding them? So I don't know, say you're a narcissist who's angry at the world and gets frustrated very easily, maybe not the person you want to be navigating your horse.
Well, between Robin's anxiety and then Cody's anger, yeah, I'm surprised that they found a horse that was going to remain docile enough for both of them to get on. That thing would be kicking and bucking all over the stable. It'd be like, get away from me.
My prediction is that we're watching them this season talking about how their relationship is strained and that they're going to be doing activities like that together to try to reconnect. Because I still think we're getting a Robin and Cody vow renewal at some point.
Has to be.
Not saying it's this season, but it's going to happen.
It's coming. Yeah. Crazy's coming.
It took a lifetime to find the person you want to marry. Finding the perfect engagement ring is a lot easier. At BlueNile.com, you can find or design the ring you've always dreamed of with help from Blue Nile's jewelry experts who are on hand 24/7 to answer questions. And the ease and convenience of shopping online. For a limited time, get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more with code LISTEN at BlueNile.com. That's $50 off with code LISTEN at BlueNile.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Cue the fireplace and your favorite fall movie. There's nothing better than a cozy evening at home with a glass of First Leaf wine. First Leaf is a personalized wine club that delivers right to your door. Sounds magical, right? They get to know your favorite tasting notes, which varietals you enjoy, and whether you prefer sweet or dry wines. So in every shipment, you get bottles tailored to your unique palate. Go to tryfirstleaf.com/fall to get your first 6 wines for just $44.95 with free shipping.
What makes a great pair of glasses? At Warby Parker, it's all the invisible extras without the extra cost. Their designer quality frames start at $95, including prescription lenses, plus scratch-resistant, smudge-resistant, and anti-reflective coatings, and UV protection, and free adjustments for life. To find your next pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contact lenses, or to find the Warby Parker store nearest you, head over to warbyparker.com. That's warbyparker.com.
I think the other thing, Robin saying that I feel like the idiot that got left behind.
Finally.
Oh, she
has nailed it finally.
Sitting on that bench, staring out over their undeveloped plots of land that are never going to come to fruition. She's just watching her future slowly slip away out of her grasp.
Is she jealous watching everybody's lives move on? People go on to bigger, better things, and she's stuck back here with Cody, who can't move on from all the ways that he thinks he's been wronged.
She's finally getting what she deserves. It's what she wanted all along, was just Cody. But then I think she starts to realize, I'm stuck with Cody now. That's your prize at the bottom of this Cracker Jack box. Not looking too good. I feel like Cody is the definitive villain in the series. Obviously, that's always been the approach here in the later seasons, especially since the move to Flagstaff.
I think that plays back into how he's not the narrator anymore at the beginning of the episodes.
We don't want him associated with the entirety of the show. We want the show to be about the wives who have gotten out from under Cody and Robin's thumbs. I think it is interesting that they are taking the direction where now we're starting to sympathize. We're getting kind of a redemption arc for Robin because she was kind of villainized in last season.
Why do you think that? Because of the scene where they're standing together and what did she say to him?
I'm having a hard time feeling like losing respect for you. And Cody's like, I'm barely holding this thing together myself.
He's going very Jack Nicholson again. Not just your version of him in the actual trailer.
Well, Robin, I'm having a real hard time.
Okay, now that's scary. It's
No?
creepy. I don't like it.
Uh-oh.
How much did it take for her to start losing respect for him?
If it took this long, if it took you the move to Flagstaff and then all of this other shit that still happened from that, I think you missed the boat for your moral superiority to be taking effect.
But you think this is a redemption arc for her, huh?
I think that they're trying to steer her away. She can't be a villain with Cody because then there's no redemption at all. Cody is a lost cause. We cannot have a redeeming arc for Cody. So now if we lean into him entirely being the villain, and then we have Robin as yet another victim of his villainous behavior, she's been going along with it. She was kind of an accomplice in the past seasons.
The only thing that makes me feel like maybe that's not happening is we didn't see any footage of her speaking to anyone except for Cody.
She's not trying to make amends. She's not trying to reach out. She's not trying to... Oh, actually, no, hold on. She did have Mary come over to their house so that Mary could tell her kids that Mary's moving away from Flagstaff. But that was more so for Robin's benefit, was it not? She didn't want to have that conversation with her kids. She didn't want to tell Saul and
Here we
Ari.
go. Look, just another sister wife who doesn't want anything to do with you guys.
Remember what I told you? All that crap about Christine? Same goes for Mary now.
The thing that really cemented Cody as the villain for me was the end of the trailer where he says, "Blame yourself if I don't love you, okay?"
Because otherwise it would be my fault, and that would be very upsetting to me. So please, take that upon yourself. That is your own shortcomings, and that has made you unlovable to me.
Wow. Well, that's pretty much the trailer. Was there anything else that stood out to you in it?
The only other thing was when Cody kept reducing, it seems like this is an ongoing trend. We've seen this before from him as well, where everyone else's problems are trivialized or reduced to teenage drama, but everything for him is earth-shattering, end-of-the-world type stuff.
That's a really good point.
So that was just from the one little passing clip that we had. Don't know exactly what he was talking about in reference at that point, but we'll have to see what he's trying to minimize in that situation.
Another interesting thing to call out, we didn't see any footage of kids talking. We saw Saul and Ari getting the explanation from Mary about her moving, but that was it.
No Gwen, no Gabe.
I mean, we know they're going to be filming because they're at Gwen's engagement party, so they'll be in there, but we didn't see any couch footage of kids talking about anything.
Nothing in the trailer, at least. I think it's going to be big. I think this is going to be a really big season, very pivotal season for the series in general.
I agree, and it's going to be super important how they handle telling the rest of the story because, again, I'm pretty sure this is just the first half of the season that we're getting teasers for, and then there'll be probably a second trailer that drops midway through. And that is really the thing that I think everyone is most concerned with, is how they're going to tell Garrison's story and the sensitivity around that.
So please be mindful when you're out in the wild, online, chatting it up, talking theories.
Because TLC, the production company, the family, they all have a responsibility in how they tell the story, but we also have a responsibility in how we talk about it and how we speculate about things.
Unless you're talking about Robin's goiter, then all bets are off.
Oh my God. Also, she looks better.
She does look better.
I feel like we have gotten on the proper, we're taking care of her health.
Check your neck.
Figured things out.
Yeah, you got to do it.
So chat with us more about what you thought about the trailer. If you're on our Patreon and you're hooked up to Discord, we can talk about it there. We also posted the trailer over on Patreon, so you can leave your comments.
And the full press release is on there too, so make sure to check that out. It has the other details that we had mentioned as well.
And of course, we're going to be covering the show when it returns on September 15th. We'll figure out something fun to do for the premiere. More plans to come there.
So apologies again for the delay in Season 13, Episode 11. Stay tuned for that next week, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening. If you want to support us, the best way to do that is by subscribing to the podcast or leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Be sure to keep the conversation going with us over on our Discord channel by joining our Patreon, patreon.com/survivingpod.
Stay tuned, share with friends. See you next time.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.